What you doing? Adjusting levels? Yeah. Clearwater Productions. 8-track on the tracks. Woo! Keys on the boards. Big ups to my man O. Helping me get this thing together. It's Mo Q. You know what I'm saying? ATL. Connecticut. Connected. Bring you something different for the 011. You know what I mean? About to hit you with something official. And it's like this. Yo, what could I do? Or what I do? Convince you, girl, that I'm into you. You got like 3 gigs, minus kids. Still looking fresh with the flyest crib. I'm high as shit when I'm in the mix. Caramel complected, sweet like Twix shit. I might have to rewrite this. A million words couldn't describe this vibe she giving, but I'ma try to finish. Spit my words till my energy diminish. When she come around, I get chemically replenished. Keep me on point, she the remedy to send it. Beginning to the ending, I'ma keep it real. Always real, never conceal. Whatever she desire, I'ma try to get it. If she committed, we gon' live it. How can I show you that I wanna hold you? Till the end of the world I would go to, just to reach you.
About to start in a second, y'all. As usual, the opening theme song, All My Love, produced by Anthony Jones, out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Just to reach you, cause you're worth it. All my love you deserve. Hey, let's make a date. Be at your doorstep, 8:30. Wear the dress that caress your waist. Matching necklace, it has me breathless. City steam for some comedy. Spin to the rust for some poetry. Hip tie same for the martinis. There's so much to do, my boo and the beat. Black guys style, we can buy the jazz. Drinks on me, don't bring no cash. You don't have to ask, you deserve. It's all for you. You are worth how much worth? Let me describe your diamond raindrops from the sky. And my arms are open. I'ma catch you, precious, beautiful, luscious, special. You're the one, only one. Baby, I can't even front. Never be a number 2. You for me for you. I'm the one you should see. We can make a unity. All my love you deserve. You're the one, only one. Baby, I can't even front. Never be a number 2. You for me for you. I'm the one you should see. We can. That I wanna hold you till the end. What you doing? Adjusting levels? Yeah. Clearwater Productions. 8-track on the tracks. Woo! Keys on the boards. Big ups to my man O. Helping me get this thing together. It's Mo Q. You know what I'm saying? ATL. Connecticut. Connected. Bring you something different for the 011. You know what I mean? About to hit you with something official. And it's like this. Yo, what could I do? Or what I do? Convince you, girl, that I'm into you. You got like 3 gigs, minus kids. Still looking fresh with the flyest crib. I'm high as shit when I'm in the mix. Caramel complected, sweet like Twix shit. I might have to rewrite this. A million words couldn't describe this vibe she giving, but I'ma try to finish. Spit my words till my energy diminish. When she come around, I get chemically replenished. Keep me on point, she the remedy to send it. Beginning to the ending, I'ma keep it real. Always real, never conceal. Whatever she desire, I'ma try to get it. If she committed, we gon' live it. How can I show you that I wanna hold you? Till the end of the world I would go to, just to reach you, cause you're worth it. All my love you deserve. How can I show you that I wanna hold you? Till the end of the world I would go to, just to reach you, cause you're worth it. All my love you deserve. Hey, let's make a date. Be at your doorstep, 8:30. Wear the dress that caress your waist. Matching necklace, it has me breathless. City steam for some comedy. Spin to the rust for some poetry. Hip tie same for the martinis. There's so much to do, my boo and the beat. Black guys style, we can buy the jazz. Drinks on me, don't bring no cash. You don't have to ask, you deserve. It's all for you. You are worth how much worth? Let me describe your diamond raindrops from the sky, and my arms are open. I'ma catch you, precious, beautiful, luscious, special. You're the one, only one, baby, I can't even front. Never be a number two. You for me for you. I'm the one you should see. We can make a unity. All my love you deserve. You're the one, only one, baby, I can't even front. Never be a number two. You for me for you. I'm the one
Turn down
you
my
should
music.
see. We can make a unity.
The music guy. That's my theme music, yo.
I love it.
That's all me, man. I used to make music back in the days, man.
Oh, I was talented.
Nah, you know what? It's not that I'm talented. It's I'm old.
Look, are you talented? Shut up.
Wait, you know, I turn this on. When you've been alive on planet Earth for a long time.
Nah, you're talented. Stop it. Stop doing that humble shit.
Nah, I'm being real.
Take the compliment, motherfucker.
I'm going on 42. I better. Yo, how come you like an Asian Tupac right now, man? What's going on?
I know. Fucking take the compliment, goddammit.
He like two. They call you Two Chop.
Like a Wupak.
Yeah. Wupak, what's going on, man? We just waiting on.
Where's Keenan at?
I don't know. He probably ass naked too, man. You know, we shower before we do these, man. You know, we ain't trying to spread corona through the Wi-Fi.
Through the screen and shit, motherfucker.
Exactly, man.
Are we live right now?
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah. This is definitely live, man. So
on Facebook?
Oh yeah. If you go to my page, as a matter of fact, I gotta
watch what I say.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Even if it was behind the scenes, I put everything. Oh, here goes Keenan. I upload everything to YouTube, so you know you kind of want to. We're not famous enough to go all the way in on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Hold on. Let me let Keenan in before. What the? Oh yeah, Keenan's in. I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
Is that a do-rag Andre Kim has on?
Yo,
yes,
I told
sir.
her.
Oh wait, no, it's a bandana.
I say, oh, he Asian Tupac become Two Chop, yo. Wupak, man. Yo,
Wuhan Pak.
Yo, even though like Andre's he's Korean, like I heard him, he was talking about it on his podcast. He gets a lot of heat as if he's the reason why like the coronavirus is in America and shit. So it's like now you know what it feels like to be a nigga, man. It's basically, you know.
I really think that's the right response to
yes,
something like
finally.
that.
What'd you say? Y'all both talked at the same time. Y'all gotta work.
All right.
No, I said, so many black people have been saying that to me. Well, now you know how it feels to be black, motherfucker. Goddamn.
So what you saying is that joke was low hanging fruit, and
no. But my thing is like, but that's a weird thing to say to someone. Be like, well, now you know how. You know what I mean? Like, I know how it feels. That's like if your dad died or something. Well, now you know how I feel, and you're like, damn, motherfucker.
It's karma, motherfucker. It's karma.
Well, you know what's fun. You know what's weird about it, Andre?
Hey, Keenan, you coming in crazy loud. Any way you could lower that a little bit?
You mean lower my voice?
I don't know, just or the microphone's close to your mouth or something like.
No, I don't have any microphone. I'm not.
Put in some.
Out.
Try some. You got earbuds?
I'm not gonna fucking use earbuds. Wait, hold
no,
on.
it just sounds distorted. I want the quality to sound a little better. That's all. I'm trying to
we're trying to do high quality stuff here, Andre.
My man said you smacking your lips too loud, yo.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Yo, he sound like a functional Wendy's drive-through. That's what he sounds like. Because you can hear him, but it still has that function. Functional.
Hello, this is Wendy's. Can I?
Yeah, but I can hear, I can understand like what he's saying and shit. But that whole thing, now you know how it feels to be black. I feel like every race got like some type of main stereotype that another race could say, oh, now you know how it feels to feel like us. You know what I'm saying? Depending on
it's definitely true, but I just don't think that's like the right thing to say to someone. And you know what I mean? Like,
because it's not your fault. And you're not, it's not your fault. And like,
because I'm like, neither of these things are my fault.
then you know what they do.
What?
Once you prove them wrong on that, they're gonna be like, "What about your boy Kim Jong Un? You got the same name as him."
I know people do that too. People go, "Yo,
Kim,
Hey, how about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that sounds better. That sounds better. It's not.
Oh shit, I can't hear shit.
I mean, if you got to go back to the old way, just go back to it. It just sounded real loud, man.
I think it was just in that moment. It sounded.
Maybe let me turn down my volume too. Actually, Andre, you sound fine, because you got that studio money, so you got the good microphone.
I'm holding an iPhone. What the fuck?
You got that studio. You got that motherfucking digital. What's it called?
Here we go.
Digital 100.
Here we go. I sound fine. This is how this.
All right, fuck it. We'll rock with it. Rock with it.
Fine.
But what I was saying, Andre, you know what the weirdest thing about that is?
What?
Is that now that other races have, because other races have always experienced racism, you know what I mean?
Of course.
But I've noticed that now there's like during the coronavirus shit, there's a lot of people that have come out and been like, oh, black people need to we need to come together and stop racism, or black people should understand what it's like. I'm like, how come black people always got to be the ones? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like why are black people assigned?
Yeah.
Every time there's a race that gets fucked up, they're like, man, I hope the black people help us. It's like, why do we gotta be the ones, the spokespeople, the spokespeople of like oppression? You know what I mean?
No, right. I don't know what's worse. Andre Kim with his Wupak bandana or me with no hairline with a do-rag on. Like,
motherfucker.
This shit is horrible. I was having Keenan, man. I was having wishful thinking. If you zoom in though, you can see mad hair follicles though. You can see the hair like it wants to grow, but it's being suppressed.
Like your hair, my hair.
No, mine. If you look at mine, it's like you can see it trying to grow. It's like oppression. It's like being oppressed like minorities in America. That's my hairline is a representation of Negroes in America. Like we want to grow, but something is holding us back. So we got to figure out how can I overcome.
No, your hairline represents your soon-to-be wife on your wedding night. As she hides in the bathroom.
But yeah, what's she gonna be, a fat bitch?
You're like, man, I almost got some buns, but my wife got stuck in the bathroom.
This shit is horrible. I'm about to throw the do-rag on because I feel
your hairline is practicing social distancing.
I don't. Yo, this ain't a hairline. It's a fault line. This is
your hairline needs an N95 mask.
It's a natural disaster. That's why I call this shit a fault line, man. That's what this shit is.
Motherfucker got low tide for hairline.
Big time.
Are you bald or are you just like shave your hair low?
I just shaved, I shaved it the other day because with this shit going, I don't even know if my barber's alive anymore. So I was like, let me just save it down.
No Facebook statuses and nothing like that.
Do you go to a black barber or do you go to?
I went to a black barber. I went to because I do the podcast with Godfrey.
Yeah.
And when I first joined the podcast, I had the shittiest hair game, and none of my friends were telling me my hair game sucked.
I saw
that was the only one.
Because you hang around white people, they don't understand that concept.
Well, I hang around you too. Where was your criticism?
I don't know. I got a baldy motherfucker.
I've known Mo for 5 years. He didn't say shit.
I don't get it.
Mo was like me's know nothing about no hairline.
Nah. You see how? Come on, Andre. You see how I dress, man? Am I like a traditional black? You more black than I am.
No,
we're not gonna say that. But
listen, when we was at the Nigerian comedy show or whatever, you dove right in. You was all about the sisters. I ducked out of there fast, man. You stayed in that motherfucker. He's like, bro,
those girls were fine.
Yo, he was like, yo,
all these white women. That's what he's trying to get.
Yo, he was like, yeah, kitty. He was like, yo, these chicks is mad fine. I was like, I like Puerto Rican.
They were bad as fuck.
They probably were bad, and Moses like, nah, these ain't my type. I like.
You know what it was though? I think I was still at that time. I definitely was still drinking, and that night was such a disaster that I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. It was like
what happened?
It wasn't even. Yo, this is what happened, man. Right? It's a Nigerian, it was like a retirement party, right? Like let's say it starts at 6. That's when the comedy show was supposed to start.
Oh yeah, I forget.
Yo, dude, we didn't start till like 8 o'clock. Now peep this. They had a buffet too, so you got a whole bunch of Nigerians waiting, hungry, like how Africans do in their own country. No, I'm just joking. Oh no, I'm not.
Oh,
But they just
God.
waiting, starving, right? And so they say, okay, now it is okay. You can do the comedy. So I go up to do. Well, Andre goes up. He opens up, and at the same time that Andre's opening for me, they do the buffet at the same exact time. So I forget how it was said. It was kind of like arena style, but like everybody's at the buffet, and like Andre's like standing by himself, just doing comedy.
It's like doing a comedy show at a wedding reception.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
They eating food. You know what I'm saying? And Andre, I think I told him to do like 10, 15 minutes to open up. This motherfucker do like 3 minutes. Brings me up immediately. Obviously, I'm dying. I think the main person, he was laughing a little bit. Plus, it was kids in the audience too, so we had to be clean on some laughs. I'm like, damn, we got to be clean too. So the whole time I talked to the kids. I'm messing with the kids a little bit, and I was recording. Like Andre said, he would hold my recorder and record my set. So I go back to listen to the set to see like where I fucked up or whatever. This motherfucker just leaves. You just hear my voice get further and further and further away. And all of a sudden you hear pans and pots. This motherfucker went to the kitchen to fix a plate while he's audio recording my shit. And the whole time he's laughing.
You should.
The whole time he's laughing at me bombing. And he's eating fufu bread or some shit. So I do my thing, 10, 15 minutes or whatever. Horrible. But this is the crazy shit. They brought us up a second time. Again, we had to go back up twice. So he goes up there again, like an hour later, we go back up. This motherfucker does like 2 minutes, brings me right up. The second half, I'm doing good. I'm in a good groove because everybody ate, everybody watching. I'm in a nice rhythm. Then all of a sudden, this short Nigerian dude, I guess one of the guys that put it together, he comes up to me, he stands next to me as I'm on stage, and I'm killing it. I'm like, what? I said, what, am I done? He said, yes, you are done. I'm like, okay, I guess that's the light. I'll see you later. Like, have a good night. You know what I mean? So anyway, so once we done, we eating food, getting drinks or whatever. They got this bartender, this lady bartender or whatever. She was like real drunk. So what happened was Andre wound up hopping behind the bar and serving drinks. Now, they was only just serving beer and wine, so it wasn't really that difficult. But from how much money you made? I think Andre made like $100 at the bar.
Yeah, something like it was like crazy. 80. It was like 80 or something.
I paid him whatever I paid him, and he like probably doubled up the money just staying at the bar and just so he had a good time. I was shit faced. The person that put it together, he like gave me the check, didn't put my name, just the number. My name wasn't on the check. I was so drunk, I deposited the check, forgot I deposited it. I didn't sign my name on it. I didn't write anything, but it was $250. Like the money went through, so I was straight. But that was a crazy night. And then Andre tells Godfrey the story, and then Godfrey's like, "Yo, I forgot to tell you, Nigeria was mad disrespectful, bro."
Yeah, because I called him at the gig. Remember?
Yeah, he was getting tips. You were getting tips from Godfrey and shit, man.
He was like, "Yo, talk about fufu bread. Talk about all this other stuff. Specific foods and stuff."
I don't even think you did that though.
I didn't do any of that.
Nah, you ain't do that shit.
Because the thing about it is, if you don't know about it, like if you have no history, they can know. Like if you just sit there and say, fufu bread.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like,
what am I?
Right. They're like this Chinese nigga doesn't know anything about our culture.
But the funny thing about that experience, because like in that scene, I won't go into too much detail, but Keenan has a scene in this thing that he's working on with like a Godfrey performing in front of Nigerians and them being rude. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's like a real thing, man. Like they give comedians hard time.
I performed in front of Nigerians a few times.
How they treat you?
It was okay. I think I get more disrespect from Black Americans than I do from Africans. Like
it's weird, yo. Like Black American audiences, they either really love you or they don't fuck with you. Period. It's like there's no in between, man.
But you always have to be your authentic self, though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, facts.
People get confused when it comes to doing like urban rooms, because the thing about it is it's not Black Americans. It's cultural. It's culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like for example, black people from Brooklyn are different from Black people from Harlem. They're different from Black people from Stanford, Connecticut, from Hartford. They're different from South Central LA. You know what I mean? So being Black has nothing to do with it. It's just has to be about relatability. They have to like you, And but what's funny is the misconception that people have about urban rooms is that they think they either have to dumb it up too much or they have to be hood.
Nah, that's not true.
And it's not realizing that people can tell when you're not from the hood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So you end up killing yourself before you even start because, like, if I go up and I'm like, yo, niggas, they're like, this guy's from the suburbs.
Yep.
Why is he talking like that? Like, that doesn't make. I should shoot him in the mouth just for saying that shit.
Yep.
Like, it's.
No, you're right. And I remember my first time doing like a real black room was like Marshall Brandon's room in New Haven.
Oh yeah, Terminal
110. You know, I remember it was like every Thursday, and I remember I was like 11 months in. You know, I was hitting like all these spots, and it's mostly like white rooms. You know what I mean? And I went there and I did it, and I remember, dude, halfway through my set, you know when you're on stage bombing and you can feel the sweat.
Oh yeah,
on your back.
Yeah,
dude, it was when I felt like I was on stage for the first time, and I remember I at some points I tried to like black up my act.
Oh no,
when I first started,
what's the dealio?
Yo, because when I first started, I was trying to be just like Seinfeld, like clean and observational. Mm-hmm. So I'd be like, "What's the deal with that? Ain't that a bitch?" Just horrible. I remember I said that. Ain't that a bit? It was silence. This one black lady goes, "Oh no." Terrible.
I remember it was February of 2015, right? The week before that, at Terminal 110, I opened for talent. Like inadvertently, like Vinny Beetle just on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was a Dwele concert. If you don't know who Dwele is, he's the one that sang "Flashing Lights" for Kanye West. As you recall, I know. Well, anyway, it was a Dwele concert, and
that's right.
Talent was late, so they needed somebody to go up. So I crush it. You know what I'm saying? Later on, like Dwele is singing. I'm like one of the only people that knew his song. He threw the mic. He gave me the mic, and I sang whatever. Then I was hitting high notes. He took the mic back from me. Dope ass night. The very next week, it was Valentine's Day in Springfield, Mass. So it was like a poetry joint, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking, it was like I'm a year in. I'm thinking, I'm on the top of the world. I just killed last week. I'm straight. Man, I go up to try to do my jokes. There was like a music playing in the background, like because I poetry like they always have the music soft. So I'm trying to do my stuff, and the music is kind of throwing me off. So in the middle of my set, I break character, but like not funny. I'm like, yo, could somebody turn the music down? Like, what's going on? I'm trying to do my shit. Like, but I wasn't funny about it at all. You know what I mean? And it was just a grueling 10 minutes, man. And I got it on tape. I never released that tape, but it's just one of those things, man. Especially when you get started. Like 1 week, you get busy. Like, and both were urban rooms. You get busy in one room, and then the next week, if you're too cocky and too confident, I felt like shit for like 3 weeks after that shit, man.
It's just a learning experience.
Yeah.
I spent 3 years straight just doing urban rooms because I was tired of bombing. Mm-hmm. Because up to that point, I started in like redneck hick rooms because I started in Williamsport, Pennsylvania when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. So it was just like white people and like poor white people. Mm. And then I did stand up in the Dominican Republic for a while because I was living there.
In Spanish, right?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
So, but I was only doing like 3 to 5 minute sets because my Spanish wasn't that good to like do comedy, you know what I mean? So then I came back and I moved to Allentown, which was like the rooms there were like big urban rooms. Well, it was like a lot of like Puerto Ricans from Jersey and, you know, black people from Newark and like stuff like, and from Brooklyn and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know that there was a code switch that you needed to do. Mm-hmm. To be able to get to the, I had no idea. So I was doing my stuff and and it got so bad that like people were getting aggressive. I was getting booed. Some guy pulled a gun on me once.
Oh, shit.
What?
Yeah.
Because of your comedy?
Yeah. And it got to a point where I was like turning on the audience. Like I was turning on the audience and I was like telling everyone off and I was like telling everyone to go fuck themselves. And like it was
you can't fight.
Well, when you say someone pulled a gun, like they lifted their shirt up and you see a gun,
they were in the front row and they lifted their shirt and he had a gun. They're like, don't mess with me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What did you say for him to do that?
I think I called him Michael Jackson. I think that's what it was. Something happened.
He was a white dude?
No, it was a black guy. He just got out of prison. Like he just got out of prison like the day before. So I like start talking about him like in prison, and I start like making fun of him and shit. And then I called him like Michael Jackson. I forget what the context was, but I remember he was being rude the whole night, and I said something to him. And he pulled, but then like after the show, after the set, he came up to me. He's like, "Yo, son, I respect all the stuff you do once." And then there was one time where I almost got shot. There was a gunfight that actually broke out like during the show. It didn't have anything to do with me, but it was like during the show that like someone started shooting. And that was the 3 years. That was within the 3 years. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do urban rooms. So like when I was at the show and they started shooting, I was like, my father spent all of my life keeping me away from this shit by moving me out to the suburbs. And I'm just gonna say fuck you, Dad, by turning around and going into these places where my dad was trying to keep me safe.
The Jehovah's Witnesses wanted to keep him out of the world, but the world was too enticing. He had to have a bite.
No, it wasn't that. My father moving us to the suburbs had nothing to do with being a Jehovah's Witness. My dad just didn't want to be around niggas. That's it.
That's why he likes that religion.
He just wanted to move to the suburbs and just be out in the suburbs. That's it.
Well, he wanted a better life to raise a better environment to raise his kids, right?
Yeah, no, as do we all, man. As do we all. But
so it's one of those things where you try to. It's one of those things where you're out of it, but then you're like, oh, I'm black, we're all the same. You know what I mean? But then you figure out that you've quickly realized, oh, we're not all monolithic. But I can respect everyone for their own shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that's what it is. I think at the end of the day, when you start respecting it, but then you're also true to yourself, I think it helps. That's just my 2 cents. I don't know.
Wait, so can I ask you this? When the guy pulled his gun, like he lifted his shirt?
Yeah.
He flashed it. He flashed it. He didn't pull it on him.
Right, he flashed it. He lifted his shirt, and sitting there. Like, how fast is your heart beating? Like, where's your mindset from? Like, do you mention it at all? Like, whoa, this motherfucker he's got to go.
Well, I was nervous the whole time because I wasn't getting any laughs, and like people were starting to get like aggressive, and like when he pulled this gun, like it was kind of like it was almost like I was like, oh, of course he would. You know what I mean? But but like the host was like, yeah, you need to get off stage. Like it was like like they were literally like yo, it's gotten like dangerous. Like you need to get off stage.
My thing is, if this dude is on parole, how he get a gun so fast? You just said he just got out of prison. Like that to me, that would be like the last thing you want to say. That's like I went to jail for like vehicular homicide from a DUI, and then I got 40s in the club and shit.
I'm like, there's no security at this motherfucker. Like it's.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Damn.
Well, let me say welcome to the audience, man, to the 2 people that's watching. People are hopping in and out for the 9th edition of the Light Skin Perspective from a couple of light-skinned brothers. And true to form, we have another light-skinned person from the Far East, Mr. Andre Kim, co-host of one of the biggest podcasts in the universe, and God For You We Trust. He's been doing comedy, about 5 years now?
Yeah, yep.
Been doing comedy 5 years. Me and him, we've been on a bunch of shows together. He's booked me a lot. I booked him a lot. And he and Keenan, they have a weird mutual connection. Not a weird mutual, but a mutual connection with Godfrey. Keenan's doing work with Godfrey. Godfrey is this dude's master. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing wrong. Yeah.
So welcome, Andre, to the show, man. I mean, just to see your growth. I mean, I feel like you've always been pretty tight. I feel like when I first met you, I feel like you came out of nowhere. Like, did you start doing comedy like in New York and then you kind of trickled it into Connecticut? Because I feel like I didn't see you from the very beginning. I feel like you had like a year under your belt when I met you, you know?
Yeah, when I first started, I my first time on stage was Joker's Wild in New Haven, but even right after my second time on stage or something, like I was always, because I was like, I'm from Queens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was always going to New York anyways, and I was just like, well, let me go try this shit, like literally my first month of comedy, and then I was like, oh, this shit is dope too in New York, so I was always hopping back and forth.
And
You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
like for the relatively short time that you was doing it, because I think I've got you by like a year, you know, like
Yep.
to because I've been doing it since 2014, 2014.
Well, where did we first meet? We met at
I think we met at Miller's Lounge or some shit out in Middletown.
Oh yeah, I remember
We met like
that.
at Miller's, and then we started seeing each other a lot in Bristol at spare time. But when you told me how long you were doing it, it was kind of surprising. I was like, damn, he's kind of polished for some cat that's been doing it relatively short. You can kind of gauge how long a person is doing it. But now that you tell me that you've been practicing in New York, there's just more stages, there's more opportunities, so you have a more of a ability to develop your craft, man. You've been doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? Like you book me, I book you, like, and we peoples. That's why I had to bring you on the show, man. We got
No,
some crazy stories, man.
no, me and Mo have been there, and I fuck with Mo heavy. He knows that. I mean, I consider Mo and Cliff probably my two closest friends in the CTC. You know what I mean? Like, anytime I see Mo and Cliff, I'm like, fuck. I just get a sigh of relief. I'm like, fuck yes, all right, cool.
It's always love. Whenever I go to the city, I call you up. You hit just like Keenan when Keenan was living in the city. Whenever I hit you up, you know what I'm saying? You guys like direct me around or whatever. So I appreciate that shit, man.
When Maurice calls me, I'm like, ugh, what does he want? I'm like, ugh, I gotta
before Keenan met me, man, his whole comedy, he was like real nerdy and like late. He's already still nerdy, but he had no passion on stage, right? When he met me, it's like he saw something different, and then his whole energy changed on stage. He's like, it's kind of like when Patrice O'Neal met Corey Holcomb. So the legend goes, Patrice changed his whole shit.
Maurice,
in this instance, I'm Corey Holcomb. He's Patrice. He is Patrice, and he changed once he met me. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't yelling at motherfuckers on stage before he met me. Now,
motherfuckers TK Kirkland now.
Yeah, Mo. The only thing he's like, yeah, I was there. I was there at the beginning, and he's going to be licking his.
Listen, man.
How come TK Kirkland's lips be so wet every time?
He said, "Listen, I'm the reason why Keenan say his jokes with more energy on stage. Who raised you?"
You motherfuckers slinging dick like you successful.
Listen, you know bitches love snacks. You gotta make sure the bitches got snacks in the refrigerator. Who raised you?
TK will correlate two things that have nothing to do with each other. Like he'll correlate finances with like sex. He'll be like, if you want to eat pussy, you got to have good credit.
He was like, he'd be saying like, you shouldn't be fucking with no bitches unless you got 20,000 in the bank. Yo, if everybody followed that rule, like don't have sex unless they had 20 grand in the bank, the world would cease to exist.
I'd be a virgin forever.
Who the hell was waiting to save 20 grand before they ejaculate in a woman?
Well, I understand his principle behind it.
It's hyperbole. It's obviously comedy.
No, he's exaggerating.
Yeah. I mean,
but that's like Jesus.
I understand what he's trying to say. I understand the principle.
Oh yeah, I definitely do. But damn, 20 G's? I got 2,000 in the bank. It took me 3 months to build this shit up, yo.
Because people be fucking people that don't deserve it. Like you see people with kids, and you're like, what the fuck's they doing with kids? You know what I mean? Like, this nigga has kids?
Kids with kids, man.
Wait, what?
No, yo, Andre, the back of your house looks like a out of an IKEA catalog, man. Like,
oh, you know what's crazy? When I lived there in high school, none of this shit was here. But since they're trying to sell the house, they just remodeled this shit just so they can sell it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I'd come back here and I'd be like, "Where was this shit when I was around? What the fuck?" but yeah, Mo's my dude, and I will say this about Mo, man. He gets busy. I always back Mo up. You know, people will say shit about Mo. You know what I mean? And here's the thing about Mo too. People will hate on him, but and I was just talking to someone about this today, and you know who it is. People will hate on Mo, but motherfuckers, they always have Mo in their fucking mouth. Always. Yeah. They always have them in their mouth.
And one thing they don't, they can hate all they want. Nobody says I'm bad at comedy.
No, and even if they do, dude, I'm telling you, I back you up so heavy. I'm like, nah, he gets busy, dude. He gets busy. I'll tell him, I'm like, you hating, bro, you hating. I was talking to someone today, and they were like, "Dude, the way you're saying it," they're like, "I think I am hating."
Yeah, of course they are. And you know, it's funny. Like half of the people that got something like shit to say, I don't even know who these people. Like I don't even know half these people. Like people know me and have something to say about me more than I about them. But that's one of the precursors of celebrity. When more people have an opinion, people have an opinion. When people have opinions of you, and you don't even know that they exist. Like I actually am taking up rent space for free inside of their minds.
It's free publicity.
I just tell them, like, I got booked. I always say this because I'm proud of it, but I got booked over 90 times last year. For me, that's, you know what I'm saying, with no backing or nothing like that. I'm not, you know, I didn't really find out a celebrity to take me under their wing, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. And for me to do that, these motherfuckers is bums, man. But whatever.
No, and here's the thing: I've seen Mo kill white rooms, urban rooms, clean rooms. You know what I'm saying? Retirement part, like
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know the shit that we used to do on a rooftop in apartments. And
that like, rooftop. That's a funny story, man. That's
is that the story you told me about the old lady?
Yeah. This Andre Kim booked me for this rooftop in
New Haven.
In New Haven.
Rooftop party.
Fuck it. Well, fuck it. I want to give too many details or whatever. Like, because I don't want people to pinpoint who the person I smashed. But anyway,
she's dead by now.
She's still alive. She's one of the top doctors within that area. You know, it's nuts.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she got banked. She curved me, yo. She curved me. That's the crazy thing. She dissed me, but let me get to it.
You smashed an old doctor? Damn.
Yo, she like over 70 years old. But anyway,
was she involved?
It was his rooftop spot.
This experiment?
Me, him, and Joe Reddington, right? Joe was the host.
I forgot Joe was
Joe hosted, or you hosted, didn't you?
No, I closed it out.
You closed it out. But anyway, it was like some rooftop place where like doctors and physicists and like high-end nurses live. Like it's like $2,000 a month for a studio. That type of place. It's the type of place you need like a special pass key to go in the elevators. There's only one. There's a rooftop with like grills and stuff. No bathroom up there. And I was drinking like a lot of wine or some shit, so I kept having to pee. But you had to like get like a card key just to leave from the rooftop to go downstairs. And it was this older lady with like reddish hair. She was you know what I'm saying? She wasn't fat, like nice little body. You know what I'm saying? Short cut hair. She kind of reminded me of Mona from Who's the Boss. If you look her up, Mona from Who's the Boss. That's how she looked. Like Blanche from the Golden Girls, but skinnier, right? So like once the comedy show was over, like she was sitting next to me, flirting with me the whole time, like just being nice. Nothing. I didn't think nothing of it. Just being like friendly. I was like, damn, I gotta pee. I gotta walk all the way downstairs and go past through the courtyard. She's like, no, you could come down to tomorrow. You could do my apartment is the floor below. Just come through and use my bathroom. All right, cool. We hop into the elevator, and she like looked at me. She's like, you're not just coming to the to my apartment to use the bathroom. And I was like, I'm not. I was like, what I'm gonna do? She's like, you about to fuck me. I was like, what? I was like, okay, all right. So I get into the apartment, man. Like, mind you, redheaded white lady, you know, Mona from Who's the Boss. There's like African statues, African books, incense. She has like special cognac bottles, all kind, just really posh. So I go in, I take a leak, I smash it. I'm like, first she gives me head for a little bit. And then she was like, for like about 10-15 minutes, and she's like, old lady too. Like, she's like, you want me to keep sucking your cock? Are you gonna just fuck me? And I was like, okay, all right, whatever. So I hit it from the back or whatever. Gave her a lousy session, 3 minutes, nothing crazy. I think I nutted on. I came on her face, whatever. And then when we was done, she gave me like this like expensive like bottle of cognac, and that was it. I left, and Andre and Joey Reddington, they were at some burger joint like up the street from where I was at, and he was like, "Where the fuck you was at?" And I just explained to him what happened. Fast forward, like the next week, like anytime I was in New Haven, I would always try to hit her up, and then every time I would text her, she's like, "I thought I told you, I didn't want nothing serious. I'm just trying to have fun right now." I was like, "What? You don't got that much longer to live. Like, what the fuck? Have some fun with me." So I told this story to my homegirl, Melissa Misconduct. She was like, "Dag, Mo, you got curved by an old bitch."
Yeah, you simped it up at the end.
I simped it up, man, and that's what my whole joke about smashing a 70-year-old woman. She wasn't racist, you know what I'm saying? But like the majority of it is true, man. Like that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? But that
get out pussy.
If Andre didn't book me for that gig, I would have never had that experience. You know what I'm saying? So that was crazy.
30 years older. Good for you, Mo.
She one of the top doctors in New Haven, man. New Haven, one of the top doctors in New Haven County. If I would have just smashed it right, I'd probably be getting a PS5, yo. You see the memes? Yeah, you see those memes with the young black dudes with the old white women?
You be seeing that shit like, oh, I lasted 3 minutes, like it's a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing, man. I think I need to take some Blue Chew. I know you guys don't advertise that no more, Andre. Yo, keep it real. Do that shit work?
I've never tried it. I have no idea.
I tried that.
I'm 25. I got no problem getting hard.
When I was 26, that's when it started happening to me.
What's Blue Chew?
It's like a Viagra gum. It's like you chew this gum and it gets too hard.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's very. I don't know, but
that's weird.
You know what it is, though? It's not that I have like erectile problems. You know what the best Viagra is? An attractive woman. Because
that's what I'm saying.
I've never struggled. Like, with the chick is fine and I really, really liked her. I've never struggled. But it's always, as men, a lot of times if we don't get like pussy like much, or as much as we would like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a fat chick hits you up, or like a chick you're not attracted to, you're like, damn, I ain't had none. I'm going through a dry spell. I'm gonna go, fuck it, I'm gonna try. And then, so you basically raping yourself, because downstairs don't want to do it, but up here does want to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's essentially, that's what it is, man. That's what it is.
That's true. Yeah.
Have you gotten any quarantine
buns?
No, I don't know about you guys, but my mind is totally not in that area. I'm just totally, you know what I mean? I'm not even talking.
It's because you slay so much punani, man. I watch the podcast, bro. You be talking about all these dime pieces, man. Yo, this cat showed me one of the, listen, I'm not going to describe it. Andre showed me one of his chicks that he smashed. Yeah. I'm trying to be good. I don't want to describe shit too much to snitch on them, so I won't do that.
An old lady's face.
Yeah. I talked about my shit, but I'm not going to indict him. I'm not going to describe the chick because it's very unique how she looks. You know what I'm talking about. I'll type it in the chat.
No, you talking about the girl.
Not the name.
Oh, because we did that show at that community college.
Yes.
Yeah, she was obsessed.
Okay, she's of the caliber, like the Keenan, you know the chicks we were talking about in LA all the time that we're attracted to, like the one with the short hair.
I don't know who you're talking about, Mo. I don't know who you're talking about.
See, it's hard to do this like when we're not famous, man. We gotta be famous so we can just go.
You just need to learn how to say shit without being out.
I know, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. All right,
I'm
trying to describe how this chick looked though. Like,
okay, she was a fine Indian girl.
Okay, there you go. That's fine. Bad. I'm talking about like pinup model, like, and this the wild shit. This nigga don't care. He's like, I smashed it. Whatever. Like, what?
No, she's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Like, if she tried the littlest bit, she's a 10.
Yeah.
Just chilling, she's a 9. But like
chilling.
But she's crazy and shit. So like, So automatically I'm like, I'm good.
But that's the way you gotta be though. That's the reason why Andre's so successful at it, because you're not goo-guying over, because look, a lot of these women, they know that they're fine. You know what I mean? Because people tell them they're fine all the time. And so what they do is they have a bunch of dudes that like do stuff for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I got this one guy that pays my cell phone bill. I got this one guy that gives me a ride when I need it. I got this one guy that does this. I got this one guy to do that. But it's the guy that doesn't pay attention to them.
Yeah. That's what happens.
That's my game. I got there's this girl right now. She's Instagram. She found me through the podcast and followed me. We're one of these fitness girls, got like multi-thousand followers. Dude, she would like all my stuff, comment, and she would come on my live and comment like handsome. I wouldn't even read her comments because I'm like, she's so bad. She's so used to it. I'm gonna give her zero attention. And sooner, like she would DM me, I would not answer for like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yo,
and then
this
I'd
dude,
answer, and then she'd
this dude
answer
had
right away.
he had Tiffany Haddish flirting with him on fucking Instagram.
No, that she was being nice. She was being nice. That was like a
but she
make
still
a wish.
did it.
That was like a make-a-wish thing.
She's like, oh my God, like who's that sexy man behind you? Because you ain't never seen Tiffany Haddish publicly compliment a black dude. I've never seen that. But she publicly complimented you though. I said I haven't seen it.
What are you talking about?
I haven't seen. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. I'm saying she probably did it. I haven't seen it. I've never seen it. I never see her say I Idris Elba like y'all or like Tay Diggs. Hell no. She'd be like Jason Momoa, Brad Pitt. Yes, like damn man, could compliment some brothers.
You're really good at that, Mo.
Yo, man, I'm an actor, man.
That's why you're always smashing 70-year-old boom.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? 70 Haddish and stuff.
I love how earlier too.
Yo, you can get buns off the strength of you. If you would have saved that video of her complimenting you, whenever like a chick in the regular world try to play you, be like, bitch, just show her the video.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not really my game.
I'm just saying that's what you gotta do when they try to dish you. Like, listen, man, Tiffany Haddish said I was sexy, man. What the fuck, man? Matter of fact,
or it just doesn't matter. I mean,
yeah.
And trying to prove yourself to some chick isn't like worth anybody's time.
Why you killing my joke, man?
Oh, I know it was a joke. I'm sorry.
We thought you were serious.
So you really think he gonna save Tiffany Haddish and then show every time a bitch rejects him and show it like, yo, this bitch that's some shit I would do. That's some shit he would do. That's some shit that I would do. Not
Mo is petty. He is petty.
Yeah, I'm petty.
Mo would get on, and then he'll go back to the girl that rejected him in 4th grade and look how much money I got, bitch. I'm rich.
I think in my career, like, you know how like once you grow up, you look back on all the chicks that rejected you in high school, you try to get them back like one by one. I think out of like the hundreds that rejected me in high school, only got revenge on 2. That's horrible, man.
Hundreds.
I got rejected by hundreds of women in high school. Are you kidding me? I was religious though. That's the main thing.
Okay, so where do you?
So I was always conflicted. Like I would try to talk to him, but then I would try to convert him into the religion. Huge turnoff, yo.
Yeah, when you're trying to fuck, don't talk about church.
I didn't fuck till I was 19.
You can either do one or the other. You can't do both.
Because I was conditioned that you have to find a wife. And in the Jehovah's Witness religion, I wasn't good enough for the Jehovah's Witness girls. And out in the quote unquote world, I was too religious for the worldly girls. So I was like stuck. I was like in the middle.
I was killing it when I was Jehovah's Witness. Like,
yeah, because you was in a position of authority. You had a popular family. You know what I'm saying? So that helped you out. I went in there butt naked.
Shit, bro. Like I was handsome.
Listen, women are attracted to the idea of power, or if you're in a position of authority, they just like that. Your father, your family, whatever. Just like Andre Kim. I'm sure that, like, I'm not saying all, but some chicks probably try to fuck with you because they think, oh, you like a close connect to Godfrey, or somehow, you know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? Somebody was busting my balls about the other night. Like, yeah, every chick that fuck with Andre, they just hoping to get with. And I swear, I'm not even making the shit up. When they ask about the podcast, I'm like, who do you do? I'm like, oh, my friend Godfrey's a famous comedian. They'll be like, who's that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they don't.
I was gonna actually ask you, Andre, because like I'm a friend of Godfrey's too, and I've been a fan of his for a while. But how many people do you think have known Godfrey since he blew up on social media? Like as far as like in the common conversation, like we all know who he is.
Right.
Other comedians know who he is.
You know, it's an interesting question. I will say this though. I mean, I've traveled the country with him, you know, opening for him and stuff, and I've been in the middle of nowhere at 4 a.m. at some diner, gas station with him. Dude gets recognized everywhere.
Yeah.
I've been at a diner at 4 a.m. with him. There's 3 people in the diner, and they're sitting behind, and they get up and they go, "Oh my God, dude, what are you doing here? What the fuck?" They're like, "Can we get a picture?" Like anywhere we go, people recognize him. And I've been to airports with him, even on the plane. Like he gets recognized everywhere.
That's gonna start happening to you too, man.
That's the weird thing about it though, because like every time I've talked to, like we've had conversations of being like famous you're famous. And I'm not talking about Godfrey per se, but you know, sometimes there's people that it's always, oh, I know who that guy is, but I can't remember his name. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like you recognize their face.
Always on like episodes of Law and Order. You're like, that guy. I know that guy, but I don't know where I've seen him at. You know what I mean?
Right. They at the very least, people will come up to him and they'll be like, "Yo," if they don't know his name, they'll be like, "Yo, you be that comedian, right?" Like that's the bare minimum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but I think like what Mo said, like in conversation, like what you're saying when you're talking to like the girl, and you're like Godfrey, she's like, "Oh, I don't know who that is," but then when she sees him, she's like, "Oh shit, I know who that." You know what I mean? So it's like,
but
yeah,
but go.
But girls don't really. You know, girls aren't really tapped into that shit.
I'm gonna tell you something. Even if they aren't, the fact that like the podcast that you do, like even Godfrey Instagram 400,000 followers, your YouTube channel has like over 80,000 or some crazy shit. I don't even know how many follow Gas Digital, but you're exposed. Like a lot more people have the opportunity to see you. So even if not for him, the fact that you were within that circle. People have the opportunity to see you a lot more than if you weren't. You know what I'm saying? So even if they're not trying to F you because they're trying to be next to him, you still have more exposure. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good position to be in. That's why you can turn down a dime ass Indian. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, like, I mean, Mo knows this. I was getting pretty girls before I was on the podcast.
He was. He was like,
you can try to act like I started getting ass once I started. I'm like, I was getting ass before.
He said, "Yo, dog, man, I couldn't fuck with that Indian chick because her pussy smelled like feet and basmati rice." I was like, "Damn, nigga."
I never said that. I never said that.
But
no,
yeah, but yeah, dude, that's dope. That's
oh, that's awesome, man.
But yeah, I mean,
go.
It's one of those things like when I've gone out with girls and stuff, and comedy has come up. By the way, when I go out with women, especially out here, I try not to bring up I do comedy at all. Like I try to like keep that out of the conversation.
But what do you say when they ask you? What do you do though?
I work.
You can't lie.
I have a job. That's all you need to know. Well, because this is what happens. This is what happens. And maybe Andre, maybe you can attest to this too. Yeah. When it comes to like comedy, they all say the same thing. They say Kevin Hart always comes up in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember one time I was going out with a chick from Long Beach. And she was cute and stuff. And I said, "Oh, I'm doing a comedy show. It's at like 9:00." And she goes, "How come it has to be at 9:00?" And I'm like, "Because that's what time it is." So she started like arguing with me. She says, "Well, I've been to Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart's show doesn't start at 9:00." I'm like, "Bitch, I'm not Kevin Hart."
What the fuck?
Like what? That doesn't make. And then she tried to act like, and then she tried to act like I was being an asshole. And she's like, "Well, anyway, before you were rude," and I'm like, "Bitch, you make no sense. You make no sense."
And that's the wild shit. When you tell people you're a comic, I'm gonna give it back to you, Kenan. But when you tell people you're a comic, they give you such high comparisons. Like when I told people I was a comic, "Yo, you ain't no real comic like Kevin Hart because you ain't traveling all over the world and shit." I was like, "Damn, I gotta build and get to that point. What the fuck?" So I have to be worth $200 million out the gate.
Well, it's almost like I almost feel that it's almost like people outside of comedy, when they know a comedian, they don't necessarily take comedy seriously. Because, like, for example, I work at a production company and I'll be at work working, and someone will come up to me and be like, "Yo, I got an idea for one of your skits," and it's like, "Bruh, like I'm working." You know what I mean? I'm like writing. Like,
don't you hate that when they call you a comedy bit a skit?
Yeah,
don't you hate that shit?
I fucking hate that shit. But it'll be like their experience, and I'm like, "Bro, that's your experience." Yo, I have this idea for a skit about my son. Nigga, I don't have a son.
Right.
Why would I talk about your kid?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And comedy is like one of those things where like everybody feels like they can give you advice. Like to get good at comedy, it takes 10 years, about 10 years to get really, really good at it. You know what I'm saying? That's longer than becoming a doctor. You understand what I'm saying? I think to become a doctor takes eight fucking years. I mean, you got to, unless you count like grade 1 through 12 or whatever, but you get what I'm trying to say. But it's like you tell people you're a comedian, yo, I got some advice, blah blah blah. If I was like a neurosurgeon, if I told Andre, yo, I'm a neurosurgeon, it's like, yo, I got some good ideas how you can operate the brain. Like, motherfucker, you work at Walmart. What are you talking about? You can't. So people need to people need to respect the level of expertise to become like a master comedian, just like the expertise that it would take to become a fucking astronaut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, people just feel like they can say anything to comics. I mean, I was on my Instagram live the other night, and this girl came on, and I met her after a show, and she just comes on, and she goes, "Make me laugh," and I just said to her, I was like, how about you take your clothes off and make me horny? And she was like, "Whoa," and I was like, "Yeah, it didn't feel so good, did it? That didn't feel so good." I was like, "How do you think I feel?"
It would have been harsh if you would just say, when she said "make me laugh," you should say "suck my cock." Like she gave you three syllables, give her 3 syllables right back.
Right. I was like, it's the same shit. That's like going to. That's just like, what am I? Like, that's like going to someone's house. That's a bartender and being like, "Yo, make me a drink." Like, what?
Because everybody's entitled. They all feel like they're the queen or the king, and we're like the court justice. Tell us jokes now, or off with his head. Like, what the fuck? Like, this shit is crazy, man. But this is the crazy life that we chose to live, bro. Which probably doesn't even exist anymore. This shit is fucking crazy with this corona shit. Even when they're starting to open shit up right now, but it's like, when are we gonna get back to open mics and like stage and shows and shit, man? This shit is crazy, yo.
We'll get back there. You know what I mean? Gotta stay positive.
Outside.
What was that? Okay.
People are dying to go outside, or people really want to go outside. So they want to go to the movies. People want to go to comedy clubs. They want to go to restaurants. I mean, it's like people are gonna do it because they really want to go. Like at this point,
can't hide forever, man. You know?
No, and listen, I mean, my friend made a good comparison. Like, listen, after 9/11, people were scared to fly planes, but like now, no, people aren't scared to fly planes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true.
People aren't scared to work in tall buildings.
Right.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Somebody I was watching Joe Rogan earlier. Well, his Saturday podcast, the UFC fights, and he was saying, I forget who said it, but one person was saying a lot of people are pushing for this shit to stay closed because a lot of people that aren't employed are actually making more money now than when they were employed, because you get unemployment plus $600 a week on top of that shit too. So they're actually making more money sitting on their ass. That's why a lot of people are like, no, don't go back outside. Let's not rush it. Let's fucking enjoy this money a little bit longer. That shit is fucked up, man.
Right. Yeah, no, because, my friend was saying this too. He's like, right now, people are either killing it financially or fucking will never recover from this.
Yeah.
Like,
we know who's not having any trouble. Fucking Jeff Bezos. He's a trillionaire now.
Yeah, they predict him to be a trillionaire by what, 2035 or some shit?
No, like now. Like
he's not a trillionaire now. He's not a trillionaire now.
All right, let's look it up.
He's worth like 146 billion. I know like stuff like this off the top of my head. I don't know why I do. I just do.
But isn't there something with Amazon where it's not really, because the way their business model is designed, it's like they don't really make, you know what I'm saying? Isn't there that thing?
I have no idea about that. I just know the numbers.
Well, that stuff is always loopholes for rich people to get richer. Because because you have these billionaires that are like, I only make $1 a year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I only make $1 a year for my salary, but they're worth like $999 billion.
Yeah.
It's so you don't have to pay fucking taxes.
Right. They don't tell you they do that, so they reap the benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had $1 billion, right, and just sitting in the bank at a 6% yield, you would make what? So what's 10% of $1 billion is 100 million. You'd make $60 million a year just for the money just sitting in the bank, just sitting there. I'll take $1 million in the bank and just live off of 60 G's a year, man, and do what I want to do.
Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah, you're right. 2026.
Yeah, and do whatever I want to do. At my leisure, at my will.
I get so tired of people being like, if I won the Powerball, I think I do this. I put half of it in there, and I'm like, yeah, you ain't doing shit. Powerball.
I want just comfortable income consistently coming in, where it's coming in passively. It's like when I'm sleeping, as opposed to me, I got to get up and I got to work and do Instacart or some shit like that. Even which I don't mind doing, But you know what I'm saying? Like we all want money like to like work for us instead of us working for it. You know what I mean? Like ultimately.
Yeah. The most annoying people. We all know one person that's like a stock market person. God, that's so annoying, dude. They always have to tell you about it's like gamblers. They always have to tell you when their stocks are up. Dude, you got to get on Nike. I'm telling you right now. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Yo, fish fillet up 2 points, man. It's up 2 points. What the fuck does points mean? I don't understand that. $1, 1,000. What are they talking about? It's bottomed out for the day. Like
yeah, they always do that shit.
Like they watch Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, and all of a sudden they're like Bernie Madoff.
It's weird because I definitely think having like generational wealth and stuff is important, but I don't really talk to anyone about it. You know what I mean? It's like but did you guys hear about the redesign of Toucan Sam?
Nah, what's going on with that?
What happened?
You got a picture? Oh, I did see it with the rainbow. He has the rainbow.
What the fuck is this shit?
Yo, they kind of making like it looks like Andre's people designed that shit, yo.
Yeah, it looks like some animation. I mean, they modernized it. I got no problem with that.
The anime.
It looks flat though. You know what I'm saying? It looks horrible.
I wonder what his voice is going to be like.
Do you think they're low key pushing the gay agenda because it's clearly a rainbow on his nose now?
I didn't even notice that, but I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, it definitely is a non-binary.
Non-binary.
Yeah, you can't tell what the hell he is now, right?
A polyamorous Toucan Sam.
Well, I mean, Sam's a unisex name anyways, so it's like
true.
Yeah,
that is true. What's the word I'm looking for? Androgynous. That's an androgynous toucan.
I kind of don't like how the mouth is like not in the beak. Like, like that cartoon on Cartoon Network, Gumball or like Adventure Time or whatever. Like it's like
yeah.
Or whatever the show's called. I don't know.
It doesn't look like 3-dimensional anymore. It looks flat. You understand? Like it
definitely looks like a cartoon.
Yo, and I hate like Dragon, like the art.
Chicken wings for wings now.
Like speaking of anime, like y'all probably gonna kill. I hate Dragon Ball Z. Yo. I hate the art. I think that shit sucks ass. Because when I was growing up, like the anime that I saw was like Fist of the North Star, Ninja Scroll. You know, like the characters look more real, and like the acting was the voiceover acting was a little bit better. And fucking Dragon Ball Z, it's like, oh my gosh, we're gonna like Dragon Ball Z. If you listen to Dragon Ball Z, it sounds like Aziz Ansari is doing the voice to every single character. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. He's coming. He's using all his powers and strength. We have to get away. No, like. Aziz, how do you get all this fucking work doing every single anime character? I fucking hate that shit.
How come every girl in an anime is dressed as a schoolgirl?
With big titties.
I know, you're right.
But it's just, the stories is horrible. And then like Goku, for some reason, is invincible. They always make memes. It's like Goku and Vegeta, whatever it is. Like, and they're like about to fight the whole Marvel universe. And they're like fist bumping, like, yeah, we got this. Like, get the fuck out of here with your corny ass character. Like Dragon Ball Z, it's like written by a 4-year-old, and he's invincible to everything. That's some bullshit, man. I hate that shit. I hate the art. I hate the acting. I hate the story.
Holy shit!
Kill yourself if you like DBZ. That's all I have to say.
Did your dad beat you with a Dragon Ball Z DVD? What the fuck?
It's just corny, and like so many people like it. It's like it's certain things that a lot of people like that I'm just against. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I never was a fan of Jordan, but I mean, I respect his game though. So that's a bad example. Like Game of Thrones. Even though it's probably a great show, I just can't get into it. You know, I try, I can't. The Dragon Ball Z, that shit is ass. Topanga from Boy Meets World didn't really do it. Didn't really do it.
All right. Anyways, but so the new Toucan Sam, I think you're right. I think they're going for the gay agenda because look at the way his arms are on his hips.
He's like this, like, yeah. he got his.
You know what I'm saying? Look at that. That's gay.
Now.
This is mad gay.
I mean, his feather, his wings don't even go down on its side like a normal bird.
Yo, I feel like if you from the hood and you ask for some Fruit Loops, you gotta say pause, yo. Yo, I want some Fruit Loops. I want some Fruit Loops. Pause, my nigga.
Pause. Your pause.
I feel like you ever notice like the phrase "no homo" got like a lot of backlash, but pause didn't. But they mean the same exact thing. Like, why is that?
No, I think it's the opposite.
What do you mean? Pause and no homo is the same shit.
No homo's like no
You're not
pause
gay.
is like no pause is like you saying like yo chill. You're like giving someone a warning like yo, you're getting a little pausey right now, chill. No homo's like yo, excuse me while you know what I mean?
So like, do gay dudes say all like no hetero? Like, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, like I want to have me some kids. No hetero though, no hetero. All vitro, boo boo.
I don't know, Bill. Tell us what type of conversations you be having.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like I was going to experiment.
Tell us.
Like, I was going to freeze it. You know what I'm saying? I was going to put it in my homegirl. Like, yes.
Man, my career is about to be over after this.
Why your career going to be over? I'm an actor, man.
Keaton is so uncomfortable right now. He's like, I'm good.
I'm like, I gotta make sure because in 10 years when I'm about to host the Oscars, like, oh shit, do you remember that one? They got Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not saying nothing bad. I'm the one that's talking shit.
They got Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis is fat.
It's funny because it's like I did comedy with Shane when I was in Philly, and it's weird the more how far you get in your career when your peers are the ones that start getting fucked up.
Yeah.
By the system, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't know Louis C.K., but I know Shane. It's like, oh shit. It's like this is getting too close to home.
Yeah. It starts to happen, man. Listen, man, we yeah. I mean, we're not, but it's kind of fucked up that we get held to like politician like standards. Like none of us, we're not allowed to have a past or make any mistakes. And like since when the comedians started to be held to that high level, man? Because there's so many comedians throughout history that have done bad things, like in their personal lives, but they still were able to be successful or whatever, not really have that stop them. That ain't the case now, though. You know, all the shit that Richard Pryor went through. You think he would better be able to survive in this society if he was alive and going through that shit as a young man? Fuck no. Hell no. They get mad at you, Louis C.K. for jerking off in front of women. Richard Pryor did way worse shit, man. He beat bitches. I had a transsexual girlfriend for a week.
Hey, Andre?
I think it's just the times that we live in.
Yeah.
Everything changes, you know what I mean? I mean,
cyclical.
Listen, back then, I mean, a lot of shit was different back then too. Richard Pryor, you know what I mean?
Social media is more at now. You see everything like almost immediately now. Back then, there was things that were the way people treated other people was more acceptable.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I think people that are bullied and marginalized, they all had children and taught their children not to be that way. And you know what I'm saying? Like the nerds and the marginalized people, like their offspring is starting to take over. Essentially, that's what's happening.
I got a question.
What's up?
How come? You know how people talk about like allies.
Yeah.
We should be allies. Like we should have allies. How come a lot of our allies are like ugly? I want like some good looking allies.
Like why we don't got Brazilians as our allies, right?
Yeah, like I want some hot chicks to be like my ally. I don't want like dumpy girls to be like.
Who's American allies that's ugly though?
No, I'm talking about allies for like black people.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Wait, so who's the allies for black people?
Who's our ally? Who you talking about?
You know, like white people, they'd be like, I'm an ally to like black people. I'm an ally to LGBT and like all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like the people I know, they're kind of like don't like. Why can't I have like a Tommy Lahren equivalent to be like my ally? How come she has to be racist?
Isn't it
has to be racist?
Isn't it Candace Owen? I see what you're saying.
No, Candace Owens is like against us.
I know she is. That's a joke. I think the word you're looking for is like spokesperson, like somebody like that speaks.
No,
for
not
us.
a spokesperson. I mean a person that says I am an ally of this community, and I'm going to stand up for X.
I got one. Angelina Jolie, Nick. She got mad black babies, yo. If that ain't an ally, I don't know what an ally is, man. She gonna raise the next Obama.
I mean, I guess Angelina Jolie.
But she's built like the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt.
No, she's fine.
Okay. So it's Sandra Bullock, right?
Yeah, but she did The Blind Side though.
That's what I'm saying. That's an ally. She would help.
Yeah, The Blind Side. That was so cringy. Oh,
The Blind Side is a white savior movie.
Remember he's about to get shot. How did he just close his eyes?
The white savior movie is not an ally.
Yeah. How did he just close his eyes, and then he said whenever he would feel danger, he would close his eyes and it would just go away. If some niggas was in a trap house about to shoot you and you close your eyes, you're not opening your eyes again. That was the most unbelievable part I've ever seen in my entire life.
Like, oh shit, this dude closed his eyes.
They was talking about this on Facebook. I forget who, but what do you think was the worst movie of a white person saving black people? The worst one. Dangerous Minds. That's Sunset Park. You got Sunset Park with fucking the bitch from Cheers with the curly hair.
well, even like Creed is like a white savior movie.
But Creed though, the action, and Sly Stallone don't count. It's like certain white actors. You look at them and you don't see white. Like Harrison Ford, Sylvester Stallone, Sean Connery. You don't see white when you look at those dudes, man.
Nah, I see white.
With Harrison Ford, I don't see white.
Yeah, but Harrison Ford never saved a black person, so.
Yeah, but it's just something about him. Like you just watch him. He don't got no racist bone in his body. Maybe he's just a great actor.
He's like, no, I'm not gonna save no black person.
You just don't get that vibe from like certain actors. You kind of like, this dude is racist. But
even in Star Wars, he said to Jumbo Yeager, he's like, yeah, you got to do this by yourself, son.
That's true. You know what's crazy?
His best friend was Han Solo.
I just realized I don't think there's one black person in the Indiana Jones series.
The closest was in Raiders of the Lost Ark, the fat guy with the beard, Salah.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He was Arabic.
I just realized Andre Kim looks just like Short Round from the Temple of Doom, the Asian kid. Dr. Jones. The dude that was he was in Goonies.
Yep.
I know it's great. That dude got like 8 credits.
He looks like Short Round of Indiana Jones.
Dr. Jones
dropped in the middle of Koreatown in LA. He's like, whoa, what's going on?
Dude, in middle school, I remember I was a big Yankees fan and I wore a Yankees hat one day and people go, Miss Okie dokie, Dr. Jones, okie dokie. And I never watched the movie, so I was like, what the fuck are you? Yeah, okie dokie to you too, motherfucker. What are you talking about? And then I watched the movie one day and I went, oh snap. I was being bullied.
You kind of do resemble him though. Not all Asians look alike, but I think in that instance, you kind of resemble him a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm cute.
Like you don't look like the bad guy from the Karate Kid Part 2, but you definitely look like.
No, but I can't remember any black people being in Indiana. But what about The Soloist? That was a white savior movie.
I never saw that.
Oh, that's the one with Jamie Foxx and
yeah.
What's the worst one though? I think
black dude's like homeless, living under a bridge. I'm like, come on.
Green Book was pretty bad. Driving Miss Green Book and Driving Miss Daisy are the worst because they both won Best Picture and they were garbage.
There's always that scene in the white savior movies where like there's some white people picking on the black dude or black girl, and then that one white friend has to walk over, hey, knock it off. He's my friend.
and then they all stop. They're like, "Oh shit, he's Thomas's friend."
I got a.
Let's stop fucking with them.
I got another one y'all forgot about. Y'all remember Hurricane? Rube Carter, the boxer, where the white family was getting him out of jail. Remember the part where the black dude, I think not Sean Patrick Thomas, but he kind of looks like him. He was talking to Denzel. He said, "If love don't bust you out, I'm gonna bust you out of prison." Yo, his acting was so horrible. If love don't bust you out, I'm gonna bust you out. I'm like, damn, why they gotta like niggify his mouth like that? Like the whole, that's fucked up.
We gotta watch. No, I don't want to watch any white savior movies. Fuck that.
I can't watch white savior movies, dude.
I think like
I can't.
Sunset Park was like, I enjoyed it, You know what I'm saying? But just the end of her, she was about to get like some lucrative job, but she decided to still be a high school coach. And like, first of all, she knew nothing about basketball, and she just made him a great team. Like, get the fuck out of here! Like,
because she had love and understanding.
And that's what we need to soothe the savage beast.
She's like the teacher off of Everyone Hates Chris. She's like, I know you guys don't have real parents in your lives, so I'm here to show you that the love that you've never experienced.
I think the same like mechanism inside of like white people's heads that like to like be around tigers and shit like that is the same mechanism of white people that like the slum in the hoods and shit. It's like, ooh, it's dangerous. I'm going to get shot.
Just for the gram.
Yeah. Oh my God. Look, he shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're right, dude. And there's always that scene in the White Savior movie where the black dude or the black person is doing something, maybe trying to crack an egg, and they do it wrong, and the white person's like, no, that's not how you crack an egg. Let me show you. Like, they always have to like teach him some shit, like some basic shit. You know what I mean?
And he's like, you know what, Deborah? I'm gonna return the favor and teach you how to Dougie.
Speaking of, Saving the Last Dance?
Yeah, and that chick is, if you watch Save the Last Dance now,
with Julia Stiles
cannot dance in that movie. Even when she learns how to dance from the black dude she's fucking.
Yo, you gotta admit, when she did
the competition, the only reason they were impressed is this white bitch doesn't know how to, and then she started dancing. They're like, oh, well, she's better than what we thought she was.
Yo, when she did the heel to toe, when she did the heel to toe, that shit was dope though. That was dope. When she did the heel to toe dance, the Jamaican dance, that was.
No, let's watch Julia Stiles dance.
That's I was just looking for that shit. I was just looking. Julia Stiles.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah,
I found the audition. No, I don't want I want the final.
I want the final cut.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Final scene. She's going like this. Oh my God. Where is it? Save the Last Dance scene finale. Okay, all right. Hopefully this is it. Hold on, I'm gonna share it with you guys right now. What the fuck? I don't see it. Oh, give me one second.
I think I found it.
If you found it, put it up, because I'm having trouble seeing it.
We love you.
There is a bit of a problem.
Oh wait, hold on. I got one of those.
How's Julia Stiles looking in the movie? She look good?
No, this is crazy. I don't see this shit.
Okay, so here.
You got it?
Wait.
Yeah. So you guys see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this the last scene?
Yeah.
I just want to see her do the heel to toe. Oh my God, this is so awful. Oh, I like that though. Turn it up, Keenan. Yo, Sean Patrick. He looks so fucking young.
Oh God.
Yo, this is so horrible. I just want to see her do the heel to toe though. Oh my God, this is so bad.
Oh no.
Yo, the bullshit moonwalk. That shit was horrible. What the fuck is she doing?
Oh no. Oh, and the white judge is like, yes, very good. Dude, she looks like Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, she does.
They're like this girl is it.
Yo, who's a sexier butchy woman? Her or freaking what's the other chick from $1 Million Baby?
Man.
You know what I'm talking about. I want to see her do the heel to toe though. That's all I want to see. There you go. There you go. Heel to toe. There you go. Heel to toe, baby. That's the best part.
Is that music actually playing in the auditorium?
Yeah. That was nice. That was a nice little move that she did. I don't think that was her though. That did that aerial flip. I think there's a body double from far. Kind of like Nick Cannon in Drumline.
Right. So this is my question when you watch that movie.
Yo.
This is my question.
Go ahead.
How many black girls do you think wanted to audition? That white girl. Get ready for the audition.
Yo, man.
There's no black girl that was like, yo, I want to be in this competition, yo. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna help Stacy.
You know what they do in the movies where people hold their shit like this?
Yeah.
I'm like, who does that? He's just like that. Like, who is doing that? I've never done that.
Have you put your hoodie on top of your head and not put it on, but just have it like hanging off your head when you're walking around?
Oh yeah, I've done that.
I've done that many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Save the Last Dance, I think, is the worst. I think it's the worst white savior movie because it's using us to think that black people are helping or saving the white woman, and that's not true.
Uh-huh.
It's white savior movies, man. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but when was the last time we saw like someone being up the Ku Klux Klan? Like we can have white savior movies if we have enough movies where the Ku Klux Klan is getting their ass kicked.
What about Django? No.
Well, there was technically Django and technically the beginning of Bad Boys 2.
That's right.
Yeah.
They were undercover and then they got on the boat and that was an ill scene.
They had a whole scene where they were just fucking up KKK members.
Wait, so why'd you say technically? That's not what's so technical.
No, I mean not technically. I mean, yeah. So we have two. We have
yeah. I
gotta redeem white people real quick because like the taste that the stain of that bad dancing got my mind fucked up. I want to show you these two white chicks. I see them years ago, but check this out.
Pretty. How did that girl even get in here? Do you see her? She's so short and that dress is so tacky. Who wears Cheeto? It's not even summer. What? The DJ could be playing Summertime Sadness. After down to the bathroom, can we go smoke a cigarette? I really need one.
All right, China, how about that?
But first, let me take a selfie.
So it's not really dancing, it's more like robot shit, but that's dope.
Can you guys help me pick a filter? I don't know if I should go with XX Pro or Valencia. I want to look tan. What should my caption be? I want it to be clever. How about living with my bitches? I only have 10 likes in the last 5 minutes. Do you think I should take it down? Let me take another selfie.
That's all I want to show you.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, I picked the wrong one. But her name is Mary Poppins. I think that's a dope name for a person that pop locks.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. Hey,
I was like, what?
Andre, do you got anything cool coming up?
Just the podcast, and God for We Trust, YouTube, Spotify, all that good stuff.
Gas Digital.
Yeah, Gas Digital. Check me out on Instagram. Check out my Instagram lives. You know what I mean? That's basically my podcast, my Instagram lives. You know what I mean? I try to treat it like the Howard Stern show or something in terms of like once you hear it, it's there and then it's gone.
Yeah.
He has a new impersonation of Paul Mooney. That shit is fucking funny. You gotta hit us with that shit.
So I call it Paul Wooney because
I just put the M upside down. You know what I mean? So I was talking about like what if Paul Mooney was Asian? He's talking about murder hornets, and he's like, "You motherfuckers tripping." If this murder hornet came from white people country, it would be called the "I'll let you off with a warning" hornet. So here's the thing, but I'm not an impression. Mo knows that I don't do impressions and stuff. That's totally not. I'm not that talented. You know what I mean? But I posted it yesterday just because like I'm like, I'm just trying to post content. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That shit was funny.
Dude, Ari Spears reposted it today. It's at like 10,000 views now, and he goes, "Hey, nice try, but you got to pick up the cadence, the delivery, the jokes got to be better, but nice try." And I was just like, dude, like the internet is. I used to watch Ari Spears in middle school,
and now he's fucking retweeting your shit, give you tips.
And I was like, dude, I don't even do impressions like that. Like I was just posting shit to post it, but it's on his main page.
That's dope. On his Instagram?
Yeah, on his Instagram, his main page.
That's dope, yo. That's fucking dope.
And I don't even think he knows. Like I'm on the podcast with Godfrey because someone in the comments was like, "Yo, he shitted on Jordan. Fuck him." With Godfrey, and Ari Spears replied, "Godfrey shitted on Jordan." So I don't even think he knows.
He said, "Listen here, this has got to go down. Like, Mike Epps, shut your fucking mouth." Because black people have been going through enough shit as it is to have you saying this crazy shit, talking about the only reason why white cops are killing us is because we're killing each other. Stay in your fucking lane. I'm from Brooklyn. We don't do that kind of shit around there. Okay, Mike Epps? Yeah, this shit is crazy and everything. Black people, they going around, they killing each other. You know what I mean? Maybe if we didn't kill each other, the cops won't kill us as much as we be killing each other. But doo-doo.
I don't know about the Mike Epps, but the Aries was like, it's like a 7 out of 10.
The Mike Epps sounded like the dude from the Honeymooners, but it's okay.
Man, listen, man, this shit is crazy, man. We all killing each other and everything, man. I don't know.
You sound like Jimmy Kimmel doing Karl Malone.
Yo, my Mike Epps is, but you know what? Nobody has an Ari Spears impersonation. I think if I hone that shit, I think I'll have it, man.
I mean, not trying to be that dude, but Godfrey actually has a pretty good Ari.
Oh, really?
He just been, yo, God.
Stay in your fucking lane.
Yo, that's Steve. Yo, God. Yo, that's Steve.
He has like a raspy voice. Stay in your fucking lane. I could do Godfrey too, but like my mom's is in the other room, so I don't want to be too loud. Like Godfrey, you just gotta be turned up. Like shit, fuck. Yeah, man. Like it's like, dude, fuck, fucking Andre.
Nah, I don't. I've always thought this is Godfrey. If you guys ever watch his Instagram live,
yeah.
He'll be like, he reads the comments. He'll be like, my ass is itchy. Hey, Caitlin, DM me about my healer. I got a dude. He'll help you with your itchy ass. DM me about my healer.
So he uses his social media like a 75-year-old war veteran.
or he'll do this shit. You could talk about anything, and Godfrey will have a documentary. You could be like, yeah, man, I was just breathing some air. He'd be like, hey, real quick, y'all seen that documentary about air? Woo, man, fantastic. I mean, and here's the thing, I ain't even tripping. Air in the 90s was better. Fuck what you heard. My air, you're not fucking with 90s air, baby. What?
And then, but he'll always be like, because we started that shit. Fucking black people. The blacks started that shit, man. I mean, fucking from Egypt, and now they want to fucking take our shit, man. Fuck that. I fucking choke his neck and put a noose around his neck and stab him in the fucking throat. Fuck. Nah, I'm just playing. But fuck that shit.
Or
he gets real violent. He gets randomly violent.
If there's a troll in the comments on his live, he'd be like, Godfrey, you're a Nazi. Fuck you. What the fuck you talking about, miss? Fuck out of here. You get Timberland the fuck up coming with me. You fucking Karen ass bitch. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, I got it.
I can't do any impressions, guys. I don't even try. I saw this comment today. See if you guys agree with this. I saw this comment today on Facebook where somebody said that Karens are conservatives. SJWs can't be Karens. I don't know if I believe that.
SJWs can't be. No, Karen's a Karen. Fuck her.
The whole that shit is not catching on with me. Like as far as Karen being the racist thing to call white women, that's not. I think Becky is worse. I think Becky sounds more racist than Karen.
Karen's got a sting to it.
I think of Karen. I think of Goodfellas with Karen. Why'd you dump the drugs, Karen? That was the last I had. You know, that's what I think.
I think. I mean, what do you think, Keenan? I think Karen is worse.
How? It's only worse because social media tells you it's worse.
Karen is technically worse because Karen implicates a white woman that causes harm to others. Becky it refers to
it's sex. It's sexual.
No, it's not even that. Becky just refers to like a loopy white woman. You know what I mean? It just referred to like white women in general. But Karen are specifically women who are needlessly aggressive that can cause problems.
I don't know.
Mo, that's what. Like,
I understand that, but I can't. It's worse I can't think. Go ahead.
The woman that got Emmett Till lynched up is a Karen.
Okay, all right, okay, there you go. Okay.
Is applied.
Okay. I got it.
Somebody, a woman that asked for the manager.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Fired. The woman that gets in black people's faces. The woman that's always trying to fight everybody. That's a Karen. A Becky is just like a white woman that like exists somewhere.
I just thought about I do Instacart and they show the first names and they say like whenever there's like a Karen name, it's a lady that always gives you a hard time when you're trying to like shop for her shit. So now I see I'm starting to make the connections now. I'm starting to make the connection now.
No, and then what Karens do is they cause problems, and then when you call them out on their shit, then they act like victims.
Yo, but what about
that's the worst.
Karen, though, like there's a nice. You ever hear Karen Carpenter from the Carpenters? She killed herself.
Yeah, of course.
We've only just begun to live, white lace with promises. How did somebody with such a beautiful melodic voice become like Adolf Hitler for ladies? Like that doesn't make any sense. They could have used Casey Anthony, right? You know what I'm saying?
No. See, Mo does that thing Godfrey does too. He'll bring up a name just to do an impersonation of them.
Yeah. He'll say, "What about this person?" Okay, I'm going to start singing now.
No, because Karen, but her name is Karen Carpenter. I didn't have to reach for it. That shit was right there.
He's like, oh, by the way, did I mention I could sing?
I ain't say like that. I ain't say by the way. Yo, but Whoopi Goldberg. Now I don't understand why you people are doing the things that you're doing. If a bitch hits you, you got to hit the bitch back, and I don't care.
Mo thinks we're gonna get 1 million followers if he keeps doing fucking.
I do this. Why are you trying to play me, Keenan? I do this shit every podcast. I do it. You know, one time I had Keenan so entertained. He was like, "You so talented." I was like, "Damn, my skills turn this nigga gay."
Damn. I know that ain't true, but that's the thing. Bobby will do that too. Like he'll be like, "Man, this coronavirus, it's like the Richard Pryor of diseases."
Like, damn, this disease is some shit.
Like, you motherfuckers, shit, goddamn, yeah, shit, motherfucker.
He's like, goddamn, shit. I was trying to get me some pussy, but the bitch had coronavirus. And I was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck, shit. I fuck bitches brown dog every day.
This is a great Bill Cosby impression of coronavirus. Bill Cosby and Rich Pryor.
See, the thing is, the people was keeping the pants down and they wasn't practicing the social distancing.
Okay, Cosby's pretty good.
And then the thing is, you see, I gave her a cocktail with a little bit of the corona and she sipped it and
All right, your Cosby's pretty all right.
I got
to get some pudding pops for some reason.
He said, "Man, I'm so high. This coronavirus, man, it got me sitting home every single day and eating so much. I lost a lot of weight." Oh, God, that's not the corona. That's me trying to do this impersonation, but, you know, I'm trying to be quiet, and my mom going to get mad at me. You know who that is?
Lavelle. We know you're acting, motherfucker. The worst is
because you only know like 3 impressions well. So it's Lavelle Crawford, it's Bill Cosby.
Listen.
And you can sing the Golden Girls song.
Listen, I don't care what you think. I know a whole bunch of impersonation. If you give me the opportunity, I would do this for you every single time because I can tell you that Andre Kim is about to be the biggest star in the motherfucking America. He is turning down Indians. He is turning down Puerto Ricans. He's even turning down sexy gay men. This man does not need to have sex for the rest of his life because he puts Wilt Chamberlain's numbers to shame. And if you can find somebody that does better than him sexually, I'll wait.
All right, I'll give that a 65.
65, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm trying
to think about people that do impressions. That you know what they're addicted to? They're addicted to that first time someone sees their impression and they go, "Oh my god, you sound just like." They're chasing that feeling.
Like the first time you do cocaine.
You know what I'm talking about, Keenan? They're chasing
every time.
Because
you see it in their face. They're like, "I'm gonna get these motherfuckers."
It's like a magic trick. Once you see it once, you're like, okay, all right, I get it, dude.
He's like, I've seen that shit. I got it.
I have to admit, I do get impressed by impressions.
I know I do too, but just after a while, you're like, okay.
Yeah, Godfrey got hundreds of them shits too. I'm sure you hear that shit all the time. You're like,
no, but he's always developing new ones where I'm always this because he's working on Michael Rappaport right now, The Rock.
Yo, you know who I got? Joe Budden.
Okay.
Want to hear it?
I mean, do we have a choice? You're good.
Now,
he'll answer your question. And
Andre, I don't like your tone right now. I've been doing this podcast. This is episode 9, and you are being very disrespectful. Mal, Rory.
Nah,
you know this one? I
hear you.
One time I had that shit, man. I had it. I gotta listen to it a little more. Practice.
I'm just being honest. I just keep it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, but you know what though? Certain impressions, like they sound. You can project it better if you have like a real microphone in front of you. You can kind of like manipulate your voice a little because like I don't have a deep voice. You understand? So like if I had a microphone, I could kind of simulate that depth a little bit better for that
amplifies it.
Yeah, amplifies it. Yeah. So
do you, Andre? Do you use impressions in your act? I've never done I'm horrible at impressions. So I don't do impressions.
I've never.
Yeah.
No, I'm not like. Like I said, I'm not that talented. You know what I mean? So I don't really have that many. You know, I just don't know what impression I'd like. I can't do a Paul Mooney. You know what I mean?
Yes, you can.
Your Paul Mooney was pretty good.
You have to have.
No, but I'm saying people aren't gonna know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Urban audience, they'll know if you like reference the Chappelle show or some shit. They'll know who the fuck he is.
They'll know, but I just don't want to. I just feel like people that are known for impressions, they get, like we know a couple of people, we all know people that do just impressions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they get put into that box.
You sacrifice your art. Well, yeah, definitely. Like look at Frank Caliendo, awesome impressionist, but after a while, like his act got old. That's why he kept bouncing from different TV shows because he had the skills, but after a while, it's like we need the jokes. Like we need to see you, not just the impersonations. If you watch like Ari Spears act now, he's a monster. He doesn't even do that many impersonations no more.
Like, I actually think his stuff is better without. I think his stuff is better without the impression.
Yeah, he's straight up just about his pen game is fucking phenomenal. But if you want to reach into that tool bag, for a certain impression, that's cool. But to make it your whole act, you definitely get pigeonholed like that, man. Like I just started doing impersonations like the past 2 years, but I've been doing impressions since I was a little kid. But as far as introducing it to my act, I just recently started doing it. Like the ones I did were kind of shitty, but I got good ones that's in the pocket that I do on stage.
Earl Crawford, that seems to come out of nowhere.
My best impression is and again he's not famous, but he's obviously a legend. Is Greer Barnes.
Oh yeah.
I can do his laugh where he's like, yes, man.
The thing about Greer Barnes' laugh is that the way his face works is when he laughs, you're not sure where the laugh comes from.
Yeah.
Because the laugh will come from like over there. You're like, what the fuck?
So he like throws his voice.
That's bad. Yeah.
Because he never. It's like what Andre's doing. He never actually opens his mouth all the way to laugh. Like he opens like a slit in his mouth, and then like this big hearty laugh comes out. You're like, where the fuck did that laugh come from?
Yo, his ping pong joke is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. He doesn't say anything. It's all physical comedy and sound effects. That shit is crazy. I think Godfrey watching Godfrey, he put me onto that. And I was watching one of his podcasts before you got on the podcast. He was talking about it.
That bit to me is like the melting clocks painting. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
That, like how painters look at the melting clock. That's how I look at that bit. I'm like,
or like the scream on the highway, like the painting of I think it was, who was it, Van Gogh, where the person was screaming on the bridge and shit, like or a Starry Night or some shit. Yeah,
I look at it. I'm like, whew.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Greer Barnes is another one of those guys that, he's like famous, but he's like the guy that like I remember when I went to see Joker. Did you guys see Joker?
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I texted him when I saw him. I'm like, what the fuck? So I texted him. I'm like, you're in this shit too? He's like, yep. And I was like, because I saw him on Sesame Street. I saw him and I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for us, man. It's gonna happen for us eventually. I mean, Andre Kim is already there, man. He turning down bad bitches and shit, traveling. Like, what different stages have you performed in so far? Can you name off the top of your head?
I mean, who cares, right?
I don't know. I mean, I care. I care about this shit. Down south. Put it this way. Better question. Have you done the West Coast yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, stage is a stage. Who cares?
It's gonna happen eventually.
The only thing that's nice about performing, for me, the only thing that's nice about performing in different states is basically it tests your jokes, and when your jokes hit in different places, you're kind of like, yeah. I mean, jokes are really never done, but like you get to a point where you're like, yeah,
it's getting there.
I got it. You know what I mean? So that's always.
Yeah, it's and I don't know about you guys, but like I remember when I did Pittsburgh, before I did Pittsburgh, people were like, dude, good luck in Pittsburgh, man. That is notoriously like a hard comedy town. And I went there and the shows were fine. And I was like, people are bugging, dude. You know, when they do that shit, like, oh, this town, notoriously bad crowd. Cleveland is a notorious bad. I've never been there, but I'm just like, if you just go in there with that mentality, you're already fucked.
One of two things: either they're trying to fuck you up, or they just suck.
Right.
You're just like, oh, okay, well, thanks.
Because people are just people. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't see a big difference between like a white crowd in New Jersey and like a white crowd in Long Island.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it's a 30-minute drive. Like, you know what I mean? What are you sharing?
Oh no! Just putting up your information. We winding down. We actually went. We went pretty long, man.
Hey, Andre, I sent you a friend request on Facebook so we can.
Okay, dope.
Oh, I thought y'all was friends, man. What's up with that?
No, I've met Keenan before at the Olive Tree. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Met a couple times. I'm trying to get back to New York soon. I was planning to come this summer, but COVID. But
yeah,
y'all shut down in California. What's like July or some crazy shit? They extended it, right?
Yeah, July or August. So I mean, I might not be able to travel until next year. I might not be able to go on the road.
What? Why?
Until next year.
Because of COVID?
Yeah, because I had some dates. I was supposed to do South Africa this year.
Damn.
Damn, that sucks, man.
In July, and that shit got canceled.
Damn.
That hurts, man.
But I'll get it next year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure.
You know what's funny? I had a show scheduled at the Elbow Room for the 23rd this weekend. And I'm kind of, I didn't really want to do the shit, so I'm kind of glad this shit happened. I'm glad that I don't have to do it. I didn't feel like doing it. The show. I'm not glad all this bullshit happened. That's a joke, but this whole situation gave us an excuse to kind of like not do things that we didn't feel like doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a couple gigs where I'm like, okay, I'm glad to go there.
But it also gave us an excuse to do stuff that we wanted to do. So it's like,
that's true. That's true.
It's like when let's make the best of it. Then who knows when it's time to get back on stage? Then,
yo, you know how I knew Andre was Hollywood, man? Because I had this gig in upstate New York, right? And like 2 days before that shit. I was gonna pay him. I'm not gonna put his money out there, but I was gonna pay him a certain amount. It was a good paying gig overall, but I just kept his money because he didn't want to go. These motherfuckers gave me good ass amount of money. They fed me dinner, and they gave me my own personal cottage to stay in. That shit was dope as fuck.
No, I wanted to do that gig with you, but I had a gig that paid.
You said you had another gig too. I think you said you were making more. Huh?
It paid like 3 or 4 more times. So I was like,
yeah, that's true. That's true. But just the whole experience of being in the Catskills Mountains, that shit was dope. No, I understand. I'm just fucking with you.
Did
But
you get any girls to come back with you since you're in the cottage?
no, hell no. It was nothing but senior citizens throughout that whole.
Missing out on these opportunities, Andre.
Yo, it was mad old ladies. I was trying.
I was actually looking forward to the gig because I knew the plan was I was supposed to drive up to Mo's and then leave my car, and then we're supposed to go up in Mo's car to the gig in upstate New York. I was looking forward to it because I was like, yo, on the ride there, we're gonna chop it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get,
you know what I'm saying? Try to get some bitches. It was nothing but elderly. It was like a senior citizen town, man. Senior citizens, like Hasidic Jews, and that's it. Like it was nah. But the cottage was crazy. But if we could have bagged something on Tinder or Bumble, you know what I'm saying? You use your little Hollywood connections, like, yo, Godfrey, yo, I know you got some bitches in the Catskills Mountains. Tell them to take care of Mo Green and Andre Kim. You got it? You know what I'm saying?
I think you're doing it all wrong. I think that's.
I'm doing what wrong?
I don't know. I just have a feeling. Who's texting me?
Yo, Hollywood buddies is supposed to, like, put it this way: if I'm almost famous, right? I'm close. I got the crazy followers, and there's some young comics coming up doing their thing. I respect them, whatever. They're in a certain town. You know, I performed in 50 states, and they're like, "Yo, Mo Green, man, we out here, like, we need some buns, like, you know, plug it in." I'm gonna plug it in because I know somebody. When I met my father for the first time, right? Actually, I met my brother. Well, me and my brother were born the same day, same hospital. My dad had 3 women pregnant at the same time. Anyway, I'm in Atlanta. My brother makes the call to my pops, like, yo, we need some hoes. And then he set the shit up just like that. Within 30 minutes, big booty Atlanta booty bitches. So I'm doing what my father taught me. Yeah,
they do say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
So if Kim would have came through, he could have made the phone call and got it set up, and we'd have had some more. That's all I'm saying, man.
Andre's like, no.
You got the plug. We're not even talking about getting into Hollywood. We just want buns. And I'm like 41 and I still talk like this. Isn't this horrible?
Yes, it is. It's actually really bad. This is actually awful. This is the worst I've ever heard you talk ever. I'm actually very embarrassed right now.
It's Andre. Andre brings it out, man.
This is live on Facebook. This is awful. I think we should wrap up the show.
Let's wrap it up, man. Yo, tell us what you got going on, if you have anything going on in the near future, good sir.
Just like I said, listen to the podcast and Godfrey We Trust, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram at Andre the Comedian. Check me out on Instagram Live. Come say what's up. You know what I mean?
Like this, a million words couldn't describe.
And thanks for having me, guys. This is a fucking blast.
It was dope, man. It was dope having you on. We gotta produce. We're talking about producing a Zoom show, but I talked to King about that a little bit behind the scenes or whatever. So have you done any Zoom shows yet?
No.
Will you or no?
If the money's right, yeah, but I don't want to go out there and just
It's an experiment and shit.
Yeah, I don't want to bomb in my house.
I think what's his name? Ishmael Gaynor. He does I think he does open mic on Fridays. It's just a Zoom room. It's not open to the public, so get your feet wet. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of get a feel for it. Because if you like comedy, like I know a lot of veterans I never do that shit, but a lot of these veterans are doing it anyway because this is the only option that we have. It's actually not that bad. Gaynor did a couple shows.
Yeah, and I got paid handsomely for him though. So.
Yeah, I got paid a couple times. So
when it's money, when it's good money, then I do it. But
Yeah, that's
you
what
gotta
I'm
just
saying.
see
Get
it.
money, I'll do it. But
You gotta just see it like you're doing Opie and Anthony and just something. You know what I mean? Just see it as you just doing radio with a fucking video camera in front of you. That's the way. You gotta use your imagination. But it's actually pretty fun, man.
Yeah.
Not bad.
okay.
I Woo Pac.
Precious, beautiful.
All right.
It's good seeing you, man. I
Right.
y'all. Peace, my brother. There you go. All right, let me stop this. Oh shit! What the fuck am I? My bad. I can't even find it. Shit, whatever.
You gotta take off live.
Yeah. All right, man. Facebook family, I see y'all. Peace.